Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and kind of a weird little review, and I do have a few reviews. I don't know if this will be posted on the same day. Sometimes I like posting a lot of reviews on the same day, same time, then letting people, take their time to see it or not see it, or give people different options. But I wanted to review this for a while because I was really impressed by it. Not only of course, the Jaws Blu-ray, which I'll get to that, but mainly the documentary, The Shark is Still Working, The Impact and Legacy of Jaws. Now, I'll be forthright honest, I had done a video long ago complaining before this was released, and it still bugs me, I'll be honest, where I had followed this documentary for a long time, and I was really looking forward to it, because I am a huge fan of Jaws. I even love Jaws 2. Yes, I even like Jaws 3. I know, but I still do. And I was really looking forward to this documentary. This documentary that, from what I heard and understood, was over 3 hours long. They had showed at festivals and stuff like that. So finally, it was like years and years. I'm like, oh man, where is this? Where is this? Where is this? What the fuck are you doing, Universal? Where is this? How come it's not being released? Because I was really looking forward to it. Then when we hear about it, I'm like, they cut half the documentary? Damn, they cut half the documentary? Shit. It's not 3 hours anymore, it's an hour and some minutes. I'm like, okay. Then the second thing, okay, you had to buy the Blu-ray of Jaws. And I'm like, oh, it's not by itself? Like, I thought it was going to be, this is my fault, the More Brains, the Return of the Living Dead DVD, where it's right there by itself. You have the full-length documentary, but then you also have talk on part 2 and part 3, last interview with Dan O'Bannon, things like that. And I'm like, okay, so you had to buy the movie on Blu-ray in order to see it, and the documentary is cut in half, and so I was pissed. And I'm not going to apologize for that, but I did take the video down long ago for one reason. I think I pissed off some of the people who made the documentary, and that was the opposite of my intention. Not because, oh, no, the bottom line was, I was really looking forward to this, and that was not my intention. I'm like, you know what? These guys did, I knew these guys would do a good job. It's just, A, I thought Universal was fucking with them, and B, basically being greedy and being like, hey, and believe me, I'm fucking sorry I said that. No, I'm not sorry. It's just, I really want to see, and after seeing this and how good it is, I really want to see the extended version. I hope one day that comes to be, because I remember seeing a cover, maybe a fan made, like a cover that was like a 2-disc DVD set of this documentary, and I hope to see the extended stuff one day. I really would love to see that. But I took it down because I'm like, okay, those guys don't deserve that. And that's when I'm like, okay, they don't deserve that. Because even watching the documentary, I'm like, even in the shorter version, really good. Really wonderful documentary. And I'll say right off the bat, so that's mainly why I got this. And I enjoyed it. Even though I said, I'm not going to buy it. And lo and behold, I bought it because I had some money. But right off the bat, just to show you the Blu-ray, this is a Blu-ray, front and back. And it actually opens up like this, has some sort of felt, and gives you a little bit of info on the film. Looks very nice. And then it's a slipcover. You have a DVD and a Blu-ray. There's your DVD, of course, and Blu-ray. Now, they do have the features from before. They have the 2-hour documentary Making of Jaws, which was around the laserdisc they made. They have a new feature, which I didn't really care for, the Jaws, Restoring Jaws. They have the deleted season outtakes from the set, the trailer, stuff like that. Marketing Jaws and the Jaws phenomenon. Mainly it's like showing posters from around the world. They're showing posters from the different posters they had and different marketing tools they had. And I'll say right off the bat, it does look really good. It sounds really good. It's a very good looking Blu-ray. It's not a ripoff on that front. I can at least say that. I'm not a big Blu-ray aficionado, but it's a really good looking thing. But the shark is still working. I must say, watching this, it made me want to see more. And I'm still, it's piss, but like a greedy, you know, selfish piss. Like, oh man, this is so good. I want to see the rest of it. I know apparently the rest of the footage was like either stuff about this Jaws festival, which was like Trekkies 2, but I love Trekkies and Trekkies 2. That would be awesome. I remember a trailer, there was talk, like these guys had made like a fan movie called All That Jaws or something like that. It was like a comedy type of thing. And they probably interviewed the guys who did like Trees, which was a funny take on Jaws. And maybe they would have talked on the sequels or what. I really wanted to hear that. I was really interested in hearing that, but I know that stuff isn't on the documentary unless I blanked out and I sleepwalked through it. I'm like, oh, okay, you know, that's too bad. Because, you know, if they shot it, I really want to see it because I'm a huge sucker of this film. I mean, the film itself is a classic. It's one of those films I have nothing bad to say about it. Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, Richard Dreyfuss, the direction, the score, everything I think is perfect. I love this movie. I think the shark looks good. You know, people rag on the shark. It looks fuck a little better than Shark Night 3DX or that stuff. I love the look of Jaws. Everything about it. But the shark is still working. What's neat about this documentary is it's not what I thought it was. Like I knew the truncated version. It was an hour and 40 minutes, which is a good length. I want to see the rest of it because I really liked what I saw. So I know it's kind of like a ramp. It's kind of like a greedy, but at the same time, I really like what they did. So I know I'm weird. Look at what I have for posters. Look at my face. Should be noticeable. They don't really delve too much. They don't really double dip in the info. Meaning, you have the 2-hour documentary from, which I remember on one DVD release, it was an hour. Then they re-released it. It was 2 hours. And I thought it was Universal pulling that shit again. Because they've done that before. Again, the first time, no, it was a 2-hour. Now they cut it to an hour. Then when you release it for the 30th anniversary, then it was a 2-hour. I'm like, oh, you bastards. You assholes. Like companies don't do that, you know. What I liked about the documentary, they don't double dip with the info. Like, they don't retread. The little bit of info they retread, which made sense, is, you know, the shark is still working, the shark's not working, Richard Dreyfuss, hearing that on the speakers, well, mainly on the walkie-talkies, which made sense because it's, you know, the title of the documentary. But it's more about, less about the actual making of the film, but more about how when the film came out and it became this phenomenon. And you did see a lot of, like, Mad Magazine and Crack. God, Crack Magazine takes me back a long ways. I remember reading a lot of Crack. Actually, I read Crack Magazine more than Mad Magazine. But like parody posters, and they touch a little bit on the Jaws Festival. But also how the film, they talk a little bit about making the film, but it's talked a lot about how, you know, different people, like you have Bryan Singer, you have bits from Kevin Smith, and a little bit of Greg Nicotero, a little bit of Tom Savini, sort of their thoughts and how they, you know, saw the film. I know Bryan Singer was a big fan. Steven Spielberg, I remember him telling about how he still had the ship, the Orca, and how at one time he was coming back. And when he came back, at one time, the Orca was gone. And he's like, what's going on? And the fucking people at Universal, they chopped it up for firewood. Can you believe that shit? They chopped the fucking Orca for firewood. The original Orca for firewood. Well, it was taking up space, so we chopped it up. What? Shit. Are you fucking kidding me? See, that's why I don't trust Universal if you do stupid shit like that. Hey, this is a great piece of history. Let's chop it up. It's in the way. We need more room for fucking Harry Potter or whatever the hell they need room for. I don't know. And I know Spielberg was pissed. I wouldn't blame him. And then there's like a second orca, and there's like a bunch of remains, and you actually have like someone like people trying to sneak in and get pieces, and most of it got ripped off. I'm like, damn. I also like the fact they interviewed some of the folks that did not get interviewed for the 2-hour documentary. I thought this was excellent. They interviewed the guy who did the voice of the trailers. Like, what was it? If the devil had a name, it would be called Jaws or something. That guy who does the voiceover and does a lot of great voiceover work in trailers, they actually interview him. I thought that was excellent. And they actually talked a little bit about the artist and the girl who posed for the art and how the great poster came to be. I thought that was really cool. Like the woman who was on the poster, and I thought that was really interesting. Like, oh wow, that's a cool piece of info I didn't know about. And what I really, really love, because I miss this actor so much, is Roy Scheider got to narrate it. I think that was really why I was getting pissed why this documentary, like, I thought Universal was fucking with these guys. I'm like, fucking Roy Scheider did narration. He's no longer with us. I'm a huge fan of Roy Scheider. I love Blue Thunder. I love even his small role in The Punisher. But, Blue Thunder and 2010 and, yes, Jaws. I loved him in Jaws 2. He's a big reason why I love Jaws 2. Just Roy Scheider is just a great actor. Even this bit in this PM Entertainment film I saw, Executive Target, like, just a big fan of Roy Scheider, and it was so sad when he passed away, but it's like, wow, he'd have to do the narration for this. He fits perfectly with that. And, it was really sad, the ending. A lot of people who passed away, like the guy who did the voice of the trailers has passed away. Roy Scheider passed away. Robert Shaw, Lauren Gold passed away. The lady who edited the film, she passed away. It was really, really sad. Oh yeah, they have also a fun bit of business. Sorry, because I'm getting depressed now. Really fun bit of business where Spielberg, it's like during the Oscars, and how he wasn't nominated for Best Director, but the film was nominated for Best Picture. And actually, I can't believe this. Fucking pit-faced schlub of a man, as my friends call. The guy from Maniac, Joe Spinell, is with Steven Spielberg. I'm like, the Maniac is with Joe... And believe me, Joe Spinell did a great job in Maniac. I mean that in a good way. But Joe Spinell, he's actually there with Spielberg. I'm like, wow. And they're watching together the Oscars. And, I know some people were pissed, like, what? Like, they don't nominate Spielberg, but they nominate the film for Best Picture? What's the deal with that? And that is pretty surprising when you think about it. But that little bit behind, like, showing back in the day what happened, I thought that was really good piece of history, really interesting stuff. And that's what I like. It's not a carbon copy. They even do a little... I thought this was really interesting. I'd never seen this done before. They actually do a look back on the previous releases on Laserdisc/DVD. Like, I think they actually talked to the guy who did the documentary, the 2-hour documentary from back in the day for Laserdisc. They actually interviewed that guy and talk about what happened with that. And I'm like, that's interesting. I've never seen that done before, where it's actually info talking to people who worked on the previous home release of the film. But it's really interesting. And I love the guy who did the music, the original music. He did a great job, especially the Showing Me the Way to Go Home. The original music the guy did, I want to get the guy who did his name, because he did a great job with it. I really loved the original score in this. Sure. Either way, definitely, if you haven't bought this Blu-ray, it's well worth a look. I will admit that. Do you eat your words? Yeah, I eat my words with no milk. But I still want to see the extended version. I would love to see it, because I loved it. I loved what they had in there. Mike McCormick, he did the score. Did a great job with the score in this, and the documentary. But big props. It's a really enjoyable film. Definitely check it out.